And welcome to part 3 of my Dragon Ball toy collection. I'm going to pick up right where I left off. I forgot to talk about my giant Super Boo right there on my bedstand. I'm going to have to... I thought I could just stand there and zoom in, but that doesn't look too good. This big Super Boo, I got at a KB Toys right as it was going out of business. Everything was on sale. And I got this Super Boo really cheap. I was really happy to get it. I've had this thing since I was like, I think I was 13, and I was really happy to get it because just Super Boo's a cool villain, and they're just really nice figures. I think these were originally AB figures, and then Irwin kind of just did their own little repackagings of them, but. Yeah, I can't believe I still have this. I've had it forever, and it's a really cool Super Boo figure. And I really it's kind of funny. Like when I got this, my brother also got the same Super Boo figure, and so like I would play with his because he took his out of the box, and I just left mine in the box. And up above here we have the Ultimate Collection, Super Saiyan Goku. Now with the Ultimate Collection, the first series I only have this Goku and a Vegeta. I think I've said this in another video, but the first series of the Ultimate Collection was very difficult to find. I could never find them anywhere. Even on eBay and Amazon, if you do manage to find them, a lot of them command a very high price, like ridiculously high price. And I'm just not willing to spend that kind of money on these things. But they are pretty cool, though, and if you get them all, as you can see, you can build yourself a little Shenron figure. They're really nice figures, though. And up here, having to stand on my bed. Up here, you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I didn't really get a whole lot of these Jakks Pacific GT toys, not because I didn't like them. I do like them. I just didn't really have the money at the time to get these, but I do want to get more of them because they're pretty cool. Well, the Goku one looks pretty insane. Like, I don't know if you can see it that good on the camera, but he looks just really wacky. Next to him, you got Ultimate Struggles, Frieza and Super Saiyan Goku. I don't quite remember where I got that, but these little 2-packs of Dragon Ball Z figures are really expensive now. If you see them on eBay or Amazon or whatever, they're going for a pretty high price. I always see these things like $75 and up. Like I remember the other day I saw this one. It was a Nappa and Vegeta 2-pack, and it was like $150. I'm like, $150? Over here we got just a random assortment of figures. Let me try to get that glare out of here. Super Saiyan Trunks, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I really like these little medallions that used to come with the figures, which, it's really weird. Like in this picture, Cell's bear hugging Gohan. In this picture, Goku's hugging Gohan. Like, everyone just loves to hug Gohan. Bojack hugged him. Brawly hugged him. He's a huggable guy, I guess. These little blasting figures, I got Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I think I have the entire series of these. Just 2 of these are boxed, and then I have the Super Saiyan Goku and the Trunks unboxed, but we'll get to that later. And then these little blasting figures where you put the blast in their hand and pop it out. I have the Krillin, and beside him is Irwin Burter. This is actually a pretty rare figure, this, and let me see if I can zoom in on him. Yeah, that Chiaotzu. Very rare figures in this series of Irwin toys. I'm really happy to have them both. They look awesome. And then down here you got Forces of Evil, Bobbity and Pui Pui. I always laugh when I say that. It's just such a funny name. Pui Pui, even though he wasn't anything in Dragon Ball Z, like, he was just one of Bobbity's little grunts, and Vegeta killed him easily. His character design looked pretty cool. I did like, the long alien head and the solid lime green eyes, and he's just a really weird looking character. I thought it was cool that they made a toy of him. And then over here, I never understood this, Forces of Evil. I'm like, when Hercule? I'm like, when was Hercule ever considered evil? And then you have Majin Buu and B. And it's kind of funny. I actually, aside from Majin Buu, and I guess the B and Deborah cookie, but aside from that, I already had all these figures. My aunt got me these for my birthday or Christmas. I can't quite remember. This is a long time ago. And, I wasn't going to be like, oh, I already have these. I'm like, that'd be a douchey thing to do. So, I was grateful. I was like, oh, thank you. And I had opened these figures, so I'm like, okay, well, since those are open, I'll just leave these in the box. And I'm glad I did, because once again, these double packs are getting pretty rare and expensive now, so I'm glad I didn't open them. Now, beside that is Volume 17, Super Battle Collection, Super Saiyan 3, Son Goku. Yeah, one of my favorite Super Battle Collections, just because Super Saiyan 3 Goku's awesome. Love that box art, man. Beside him, you got Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the one of 2 Super Saiyan 4 Goku figures I have. These are part of the hybrid action figures. These figures are really nice, but they're very expensive. That's why I don't have more of them. I'd like to get more of them. There's a hybrid Brawly and a hybrid Gotenks I've been looking at, and they're very, very nice, but they're just, they're pretty expensive. Maybe, I don't know, maybe one day. Above him, sorry, I keep having to stand up on my bed to see these. I got Super Battle Collection Volume 3 Piccolo Daimao. If you can kind of see him, I sort of made a little mini Piccolo shrine here. Like I got like this Piccolo Daimao figure, which looks really nice, and then below him you got Piccolo blasting. I really like that figure. I like how his cape is kind of whooshing in the air as he's blasting. And then below him you got this little mini Piccolo, random Great Saiyaman figure holding a Dragon Ball, and a little Piccolo poster. So yeah. And then you have these, the original blasting figures. Pretty sure most people had at least one of these as a kid. If you were a Dragon Ball Z fan, you probably had at least one of these. When I was a kid, I had this Vegeta and I had that Goku. I lost them years and years and years ago. I don't know where my original ones went, but I found this guy was selling these in a lot on eBay for $40. And I could not believe it. I'm like, $40? What? That's less than $10 a figure. Like, that's insane. Yeah, you can find some awesome deals if you snoop around long enough on eBay and Amazon. I tell you, it's awesome. And I love these figures too. They're so nostalgic. Even though the poses that they're in are very goofy. Like, this Frieza is just so funny looking. They all are. But I love them. I love these figures. And they look very cool, all lined up like that. So I'm just very happy to have them. Yeah, some of these figures I don't really have a whole lot to say about, and some of them I do, so sorry about that. Some more Super Battle Collections. I kind of got a bunch of them just sort of lined up right here. Volume 21, Super Saiyan Gogeta. Gogeta is awesome. Personally, I think Gogeta is cooler than Vegito. I don't know why, I just think Gogeta is so cool. I really couldn't even tell you why. Volume 5, Trunks. I really wanted this Trunks just because, I like Trunks. And this is actually this is one of the few Super Battle Collections where the figure itself looks pretty good too. Like sometimes the figures look kind of goofy, like that Trunks. Like the box art looks cool, but then if you look at the actual Trunks figure, kind of goofy looking. But this one actually looks pretty good. Volume 9, Super Saiyan Son Gohan. This was the first Super Battle Collection I ever got. It was at that comic book store. And I couldn't believe it. I had read about the Super Battle Collections in that Beckett magazine, and I'm like, well, where do I find these things? I've never seen a Super Battle Collection toy before. I don't know. And then I saw this in a comic book store, and I'm like, oh my god, it's one of those Super Battle Collection toys. I gotta have it. And I loved Super Saiyan Gohan on the Cell games, and I got it for like 15 or 20 bucks. And I was so happy. I played with this toy a lot too. You can't really see it on the camera, but there's a lot of tape here because I would always take him out of the box and I'd play with him, put him back in the box, and then when I decided that I was kind of done playing with my toys, I just sort of taped the box up. The box itself isn't in very good condition, but the figure is surprisingly not that bad. And then, Volume 29, Dragon Ball GT Trunks and Gil, or Giru. And the only Giru toy I have, I used to have another one that came with a pan, but I have no idea what happened to him. It just got lost when I moved. And then you have Super Battle Collection, Super Saiyan Son Goku. I don't know why, as you can see, it's a different box art style. I don't like the reissued boxes as good as I do the original, but these are pretty cool. The Super Saiyan Goku one looks pretty cool. I like the picture that they used. I don't like that they don't include what volume it is, what number it is. I just thought that was odd. But the figure itself, you can't really see it on the camera. The figure itself looks really nice. But yeah, I got that off of that GK World website. Down here, you have this Dragon Ball Z capsule ship thing. bundled with a Dragon Ball Krillin toy, which I thought was very odd. I'm like, why do they? It's obviously a Dragon Ball toy, like from the later in the series, because I think they released this very Krillin figure, and they just kind of packaged it with this. I just thought that was odd, and then they put that super overused picture of Super Saiyan Goku blasting that's like on everything. On the side, you got Gohan and Videl driving a car. On the back, you have yeah, look at this. Okay, on the back, it shows a completely different Krillin. You see he actually has a blue undershirt and stuff like that, and then the one that you get doesn't. It's really weird. Really, really weird. And I guess that's what this thing is supposed to be. And then, oh my god. I still... This thing right here, man. Dragon Ball GT Super Battle Collection, Volume 39. Great monkey baby. This is... Wow. I can't believe I'm holding this thing. Like, to be honest with you guys, I really can't. It's surreal, almost. Like, I can't believe I have this. For the longest time, this was I had to have this thing. Like, I remember when I was a kid, and I saw this in my magazine, and I didn't even know who this was. I didn't know anything about GT. I didn't know who Baby was. I just wanted this figure because I saw it, and I'm like, oh my god, in GT, I used to think Baby was a Saiyan, because I was like, oh, so I guess in GT, there's a Saiyan named Baby, and he becomes a great ape, and he somehow becomes a Super Saiyan while he's a great ape. That's the coolest thing ever. I have to have it. And, you know, later I sort of found out what GT was, and I found out who Baby was, you know, of course. And then I found out that this figure is pretty hard to get, especially if you want it boxed, and that made me want it even more. I'm like, oh my god, it's like super rare. I have to, that made me want it so bad. I was like, I have to have it in my collection. And I just couldn't, like, I would be able to find it here and there on eBay and stuff, but every time I was able to track it down, it would be like $400, $500 and up. And I'm like, God, I just can't do it. I can't spend that much money on it. Like, that's just ridiculous. And then one day, it's just crazy, wouldn't you know, this dude was selling it on eBay, complete in the box. That was the deal maker for me. It had to be in the box because I love the box art, for $100. And thankfully, you know, I just got a promotion at my job. Like no joke, I'm not just saying this, I really did. I got a promotion at my job, and I got a pretty nice juicy raise. And I was comfortable enough financially where you know, all my bills were paid and everything, so I was comfortable enough financially to spend that kind of money and not really worry about it. So I was really excited. I could not believe that I finally got this figure. It's been like a quest figure for so long. I've wanted this since I was a kid, and I finally have it. I still can't, like, I seriously can't believe I have it. I smile every time I look at it. I'm like, God, it's so cool that I have this. Yeah, Super Battle Collection, great monkey baby. Just so awesome that I have that. Up here, we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I'm pretty sure this sculpt of Goku is based on Fusion Reborn with his fight with Janemba. I remember there was a part where Janemba did a mouth blast, and it like cut Goku's shirt just like that, and he was kind of doing this sort of pose, and I thought it looked so cool. And it's very cool that they actually made a figure out of that. And now you see he has his halo. I got this figure at that same comic book store, and I love this figure because, you know, you've heard me say it a million times. I'm gonna say it again. I love Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so I love that figure. You want to see something weird? There's this little Dragon Ball Z facts book that came with one of my figures, and it's very weird. Just a very strange, generic facts book. And the pictures in it are very, very odd. Hold on, I'm gonna... Like, the coloring, there's, like, miscolorings in here, which, let me see if I can find it here. I'm running out of time. Down to the last minute. There's Chiaotzu. I'll talk about Chiaotzu in the next video, because I have a strange story about that Chiaotzu as well. You got Raditz. Yeah, look at this picture of Nappa. Look at this. Why did they give him purple pantyhose? Like, this is like legit too. This is an official book released by Funimation. What in the world? Yeah, just really weird. I had to keep it because of that. But I'm almost at 15 minutes, so I'm gonna end this video real quick. Join me in part 4 as I talk about more of my toys. So I will see you then.